Alrighty, this is Joey Alexander's benchmark for Java. So for this assignment, we needed to implement basically a REST API service, a Bible REST API service, which I'll get in more detail. But now basically, I have a hard-coded scripture, and I'm going to be. We'll just start going through the classes now, actually. So we'll start at our Bible data service. We set this up in our architectural layers like we did throughout the semester. So first of all, we have our Bible data service. This holds all the algorithms and functions and methods that I use to create arrays and populate the arrays with the words of the verses that you're looking for. We have a few that we use that will go in more detail later on. I'll just kind of skim over them now. We have our get verse, which goes through. Actually, make more sense. We should probably start at our Bible rest. So, our Bible service. So here is the way I hard coded my scripture. So I have a three-dimensional array of strings, and I save the first for the book, and the second number represents the chapters, and the third represents the verses. Actually, it might have broken the code. I don't know why that just changed like that. So yeah, here's the hard coded, and we have our get verses, our get first occurrence, and we have get all occurrences. All these are in taking a string word and returning that word. So we'll start down here at Bible data service where we just were earlier. Our get verse, basically what it's doing is you type in the URL, it intakes the book, the chapter, and the verse, and then it will output the context of the verse. Our next method here is get first occurrence. All it intakes is a string word, and it takes that string word, it looks through every chapter, every book, and every verse, and it goes through and it finds the first word that we typed in the URL, and it'll output that. So I have a few catches for errors here. Like if you type in something that's clearly not a word, it'll let you know, and maybe you misspelled the word, or so on and so forth. The last method we have is down here, get all occurrences. So basically this is very similar to the last one. It intakes a string word, and instead of just finding the first one, it goes through, I'm using these variables to add them up, but it goes through the entire book, or entire data of scripture that I have hard-coded, and instead of stopping when it finds the first one, when it finds that word, it increments it by 1, and then it goes through and adds them all up. And here I have a temporary array that holds this. Not only does it add all the words up, it'll tell you where each one, how many are found in the book name, in the chapter name, and in the actual verse itself. So those are all the services I have. This goes through my data interface, and then it gets injected into my Bible service, which holds all the Bible data, and here are all the methods down here, which then get communicated through my Bible interface into my Bible REST, which you can see here. Here's my path application. It produces the XML, and here are my get methods and the URLs I'll be using for each one of these. So we can go ahead, probably should stop the server because JBoss can be just a good time sometimes, so we should probably make sure we have a fresh start here. Close a few of these while it's loading up. Just really only need that one open. Alrighty, looks like we had a clean start here. So we'll go ahead and get this thing going. So we have REST Bible. We'll get the get all verses. Get is it verse? I think it's singular. And then we'll do We'll do Proverbs, and then we'll do first chapter, first verse. And here you go. We have our book Proverbs, our chapter 1, the beginning of knowledge, and the verse. In the context of the verse, the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, that you can see here. So say if this book is incorrect, I'll let you know here at the book, and then Proverbs, say say the verse is out of bounds. It'll let us know that either the chapter may be out of bounds or the verse may not be bounds, because I believe we only have 3 verses for that certain chapter. The next REST API service we have is our first occurrence. We'll do God. So the first occurrence of God is found in the book of Revelation. Its first occurrence of God is found in the first chapter. And then here's the verse right here. Oh, shoot. Right here, where it's found in the first chapter of the book of Revelations. So say if it's a word that obviously would not exist in Scripture, it'll tell you that this word cannot be found, possibly spelling error, or check and try again. For some reason, a weird feeling that wasn't going, so I'm glad it was. And our last service is going to be all occurrence, which is going to, we'll do the same one, God, same word God, and it, instead of just finding the first one and letting us know what book and chapter and verse it is found in, it's going to add them all up. All occurrences, oh, it's supposed to be plural. So here we go. The word God was found a total of 2 times. The word God was found in a chapter name 0 times, and the word God was found twice in the verses itself. So yeah, that's all my services I've implemented for this benchmark Bible assignment. Thank you for watching.